Hi, I'm Mark. This is Mark's Tech Vlogs on YouTube, and today I'm going to bring you guys a review of the AOC 16T3EA portable monitor. Now this monitor, you're going to see throughout this video, has been sent to me to review, and I've had it for a couple of weeks to try and put it through its paces. Now this isn't a review I'm being paid for, and I do have to send this monitor back, so it's literally a chance for me to try something out and share my thoughts with you guys and hopefully help you out if you're trying to make a purchase decision. And I have to confess at the start of this video that I am a bit of a screen snob. So when I'm not making videos, my day job is as a web developer. And that means I really struggle to just work from a laptop screen. And the same goes when I'm outside of work, so when I'm producing music for my project Backroom Stereo, or when I'm making videos for you guys, all of those things I really struggle to do on a normal laptop screen. And that means most of the time I find myself working from this room where I'm filming this video, because I've got a nice 13.5 inch curved monitor in it. But sometimes you do kind of want to work somewhere else in the house, or even go out to a cafe, and I just can't because I struggle with laptop screens. And this is where, over the last couple of weeks, this monitor has given me a bit more freedom. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my experience of using it and everything you guys need to know if you're thinking about purchasing one. And I want to start off and talk about price. Now this monitor retails at around £170, which I don't think is too bad. And so let's talk about the spec of this monitor. So this monitor is a 15.6 inch full HD portable monitor, and it supports resolutions up to 1920 by 1080. It is powered by USB-C, and you get a USB-C to USB-C cable in the box. Now the monitor itself does only have that one USB-C port, so you will be sacrificing one of those USB-C ports on your laptop when you do use this. The monitor itself has a 60Hz refresh rate and comes with a VESA mount adapter as well if you did want to mount it somewhere. It has built-in AOC flick-free technology, and this basically gives you a nice clear flicker-free monitor. And that's all through the backlit panel on this device. You also have some physical buttons which allow you to go through all of your usual monitor settings. And then in terms of actually standing up to use it, it has two kickstands built in, one for portrait use and one for landscape use. And if you haven't guessed from me saying portrait mode, it does support portrait mode usage, but you're going to need the AOC iMenu software to do that. If you don't care about using it in portrait mode, then it is literally just plug and play. The final thing to note is that it's rated C for energy efficiency. So let's talk about the design. So firstly, the main thing I noticed is just how light this thing is, and it feels super light to hold, and it weighs just under 1 kilogram. Obviously that's fantastic for a portable device. The monitor itself has black bezels around the outside, and as with every single monitor out there, it's got a thicker bezel on the bottom. The bottom and right hand side have some rubber feet for helping it grip to your desk as well. The top has a power light and 4 buttons. These are used for turning it on and navigating through the menus. And then on the left hand side you have the USB-C port. If we move onto the back, you have this sort of dotted design with space for that VESA mount that comes in the box. As I said, that back also has 2 kickstands on, one for portrait and one for landscape mode. Those fold in and clip in using magnets, so they do stay shut when they're not in use. And then in terms of what you get in the box, you get the usual things. So you get the manual, you get the monitor, and then you get some bonus items like that USB-C cable, you get that VESA mount, and then you also get a nice carry case to go with it. This is perfect for storing it when you're not using it, but also when you're traveling with it. And all in all, despite the lightness making you wonder if this is actually quite fragile, it feels incredibly well made. So let's talk about using it, because I've been trying to put it through its paces and get as much use out of it as possible. And I've been using it with both my MacBook Air and also my work MacBook Pro. And using it is as simple as just plugging in the 2 ends of a USB-C cable. Now I did try plugging it into my USB-C iPhone 15 Pro and nothing happened. But when using it with Macs, you simply just plug it in, turn on the monitor, and it displays. You can then go into your display settings on your Mac and adjust which side you want it and resolutions and all that kind of stuff. And in using it, I'd say you're probably better off putting this external monitor on the opposite side of your laptop to the side where you're plugging it in via USB-C. That's because I found extra cable can get in the way of the kickstand, so if you get it a little bit further away, it does work better. And in using it, whilst it's only a 60Hz display, I have found that it is incredibly responsive. And everything is super smooth. The other really nice thing is that it is plenty bright enough to use, even when daylight is shining in. If I compare it to my MacBook Air screen, I'd say that this monitor has a bit more of a matte finish about it. When it comes to adjusting things like settings, navigating through the settings is exactly the same as most monitors, and if you've used an AOC monitor before, the menu is exactly the same. That means you get access to all of the settings you get with a normal monitor. And of course that means you can adjust things like brightness and colour levels and set different modes. In addition to that, one of my must-haves for monitors is a low blue light mode, because I use monitors for a long period of time and so I like to protect my eyes, and this monitor does support that. And as far as portable monitors go, this is a great space to have to work with. And the amount of screen you get compared to the size of the device is pretty great because this device is about the same size as a MacBook Pro. There are, however, in my opinion, a couple of downsides, and these are linked together. So firstly, it does only have that one USB-C port. That means if you're using it with something like Apple's MacBook Air, the kind of first generation where you only get 2 USB-C ports, you've basically used all of your ports because you're going to charge your laptop and run this monitor. That means if you use something like wired headphones or want to plug in a memory stick, you've got no ports left unless you have a dongle. Now, I've used other portable monitors in the past that compensate for this by having an extra USB-C port on the monitor itself, but this one doesn't. And then secondly, and it kind of ties into this, but because this is powered by your laptop battery will drain a little bit quicker. And realistically, that's why I said you can have one of your USB ports plugged in and one of them plugged into the monitor. But actually, if you use this monitor with something like one of Apple's silicon MacBook Airs, you could easily start with 100% battery and not plug it in and get a good few hours work out of it. That's because Apple's own silicon is so battery efficient. I will put a link below to the M1 MacBook Air as well, because that's what I've been using for a few years, and even though it is a few generations behind, it's still really fast and you can pick them up at a really good price now. But all in all, coming to the end of this review, what is the verdict on this portable monitor from AOC? And really, this monitor combines everything you want from a portable monitor. It has a high quality screen, gives you plenty of extra space alongside your normal laptop monitor. On top of that, it is easily the lightest of all the kind of portable laptop screens that I've used. And that weight alongside the thinness means you can just add it into your backpack without adding too much extra bulk alongside your laptop. Of course, as I've said, it's worth keeping in mind that it does use one of your USB-C ports, so you will need to probably take your power cable out with you just in case. But also, as I said, it doesn't have a massive hit on my MacBook Air, which is fantastic. If you do want to pick one up, I'll put a link below. That's an affiliate link that will go to Amazon in whichever country you're in. If you make a purchase through that link, whether it's this monitor or some toilet roll, then thank you very much because that does help this channel out. This isn't my full-time job, I don't take sponsorship, I just like making reviews that I can share with you guys. If you've got any questions, do stick them below and I'll answer those for you as well. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos when they come up, and I'll see you guys again soon.